welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm Jelly. I'm currently 19 years old, and this is my first ever teen mom Q&A, so stay tuned. So I asked a couple of my friends to send me some questions through Instagram or Snapchat, and I have a few of them today, so I'm going to share a little bit about me, my teen mom history, and all of that. I'm doing this in my car, on my phone camera, and just starting off, So I am going to be looking down to read the questions, obviously, so I can know what people ask me. So the first question I have is, when you found out you were pregnant, what were your thoughts, emotions? Were you nervous about what other people would think at school? So I'm currently 19. I was 17 when I was pregnant, turning 18. So a year ago only. I can't believe it was a year ago. But so I was so nervous. Y'all do not have an idea. Like, being pregnant in high school senior year, it ain't easy. But I got through it. I'm like, I gotta push myself. I could make it. I could do this. I was scared what people would say of me, obviously. What other teenager in high school isn't nervous about what people are gonna think of them, So I was so scared. No one was mean to me. No one said anything about my pregnancy. If anything, everyone was so supportive. I was overwhelmed from how supportive my friends were, from how supportive my family is. I'm so happy and thankful to this day for how supportive everyone is. So yes, I was nervous, but I was also so happy that I had the support that I had. If I didn't have that support, I do not know. I would have gone crazy, I think. The next question is, how did I tell my parents about my pregnancy and how did I find out? So first, how did I find out? So I had moved out with my baby daddy. Yes, I was living with him at the time. And I was also on birth control. But I felt weird, and I read the symptoms of birth control on the box that were the symptoms, and it said all the things basically that a pregnant woman feels. But so I took several tests. I took several tests, and they all came out negative. So I'm like, oh, it's just the birth control. It's the birth control. I said that all the time. Oh, it's the birth control. But then one day my boobs were hurting, and my boobs never hurt. I'm so sorry about the shakiness. I'm recording this on my phone, but my boobs never hurt. And when my boobs started hurting, I'm like, what the hell? What is this? And I told my baby daddy's mom, like, hey, my boobs are hurting. Like, that never happens. She's like, are you on your period? I'm like, no, I haven't gotten my period yet. And she's like, let's just go get you one more pregnancy test, and this is gonna be the last one. And if you're not pregnant, then you're not pregnant. So we went to the store, we got a pregnancy test, and I took it, and literally I looked at it like after a minute, and there was 2 lines. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I didn't cry. I was about to cry, but I'm like, I can't cry. Don't cry, Jelly. Don't cry. But yeah, and then the next day when I found out I was pregnant, the following day I had school, and at my school there's stairs, and I was in a club called Link Girl. And we went downstairs, and I fell like 3 steps, but my butt slid down and I hurt my back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just found out I was pregnant. Like, what if something happened to the baby? Like, I need to go to the hospital and see if everything's okay. So I went to the hospital, but I was only 17 at that time. So they were like, oh, we need your parents' consent. So I called my mom, and then I'm like, hey mom, like, I'm at the hospital right now and they need your consent. Can you just give it to them, please? And she's like, why are you at the hospital? I'm like, oh, I just fell. I'm like, if you fell, why are you at the hospital then? I'm like, oh, I don't know how to tell you this, but I've just found out I was pregnant yesterday, and I'm scared something could have happened to the baby. And She was just quiet on the phone. She's like, okay, I'm on my way over there, because the hospital I went to is right across where she lives, where my parents live, where I'm living currently. And so it's literally like, what, a 4-minute drive? So she came over and she's like, and she just gave my consent, and then we sat together and she's like, I already knew it. You don't have to tell me anything. I already knew you were pregnant. It's gonna be okay. I'm here for you. And then she told my dad, and my dad was a little disappointed I didn't tell him, but he was also really supportive, which they're Mexican parents. I'm like, I ain't getting yelled at or getting my ass whooped or anything. Like, I was so surprised. I'm like, so I'm so happy for my parents, the way they handle things. So, hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. The next question is, how did people treat me different after they found out I was pregnant? Well, at school, I didn't really let them. I emailed all my teachers, hey, I'm pregnant. If you see me constantly getting up for the bathroom to go pee, because when you're pregnant, you pee a lot. And all that stuff, like, just know that's the reason why I'm getting up a lot or leaving class. And I had 2 guy teachers. They were like, do you want to sit closer to the door so you can leave faster and all this? Those are the only 2 teachers that really treated me different. I'm like, no, I'm still, regular old jelly. Like, don't treat me any different. I'm still me, so just keep going on with class. Don't treat me any different. I'm still good, So people didn't really treat me any different. Like, I was still like treated the same by my friends, just like, with a little bit more care. But other than that, I wasn't really treated different. People just treated me with more care, and they were really supportive. Like I said before, I had a lot of support, which I'm so happy about. Like, I can't stress how much support I got, which is nice. So next question, how was giving labor? Oh my god. So I gave birth in July of 2018, so last year. That whole month, every single week, I went to the hospital thinking I was gonna give birth. I was so over it. I got contractions for my last 2 months. The whole last 2 months, I was getting contractions non-stop. I would cry from the pain. But each time, I would get sent home because my contractions were consistent. So they weren't 5 minutes apart each, or like a minute apart each. They were like all over the place, so they didn't come in constantly. And then I wasn't dilated. I was dilated for 1 centimeter the whole month, which I was so pissed off about, because I would bounce on a ball. I would eat the things that would dilate you. I would do the primrose oil thing, and nothing helped me. I was so mad. But the last time I went, I was leaking that whole week, and that beginning of the week when I started leaking, I'm like, my water probably broke. But they do like a little swab down there to test if it did, and it came out negative. I do not know why, because it was leaking for a whole month slowly. But I was leaking. When they checked my dilation, I was bleeding, so blood was down there already. And I had contractions every minute. Every minute I had a contraction. And it wasn't just like abdominal contractions. I had back contractions, which is back labor, which is the worst kind of labor there is. I'm like, and they wanted to send me home on top of that. I'm like, I'm not gonna go home. I can't handle this pain. Like, it hurts so bad. Like, I was crying from how bad that pain was. I was literally in triage for 6 hours because they wanted to almost send me back home. And the only reason they didn't send me back home is because they sent me to get an ultrasound to see how the baby was doing. He was hardly even breathing. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna put you in the labor and delivery room and induce you. Keep in mind, my baby went due 2 weeks after his due date. And the day I gave birth was the day before I had my induction date. So I was due to give birth, but yet they wanted to send me back. I was like, no, like, I need to give birth now. Like, this baby needs to come. So they gave me my induction pills on Sunday night. Yeah, we went on Sunday at 6, and then they transferred me back over at 12 in the morning. So Monday morning of July 22nd, no, Monday, July 23rd, that's the day he was born. That was Sunday, July 22nd was when I went in. But on Monday, they induced me at midnight and everything, and I dilated in an hour all the way till 4 centimeters, and they're like, you're doing a good job, you're already dilating really good, so we don't need to do a C-section no more. So that's out of our plans. So now we were just waiting for me to get dilated all the way to 10 centimeters. And then so we waited, and then I dilated pretty quickly, so it was really quick. Like, they even put a ball in between my legs so I could dilate, and everything went so smoothly. Once I was transferred on over to the labor and delivery room, I got my epidural. I'm like, girl, no more back labor, because I can't handle this no more. Like, back labor is the worst kind of labor there is. Like, girl, if you have back labor, I'm so sorry, I feel your pain. Like, it just sucks. But after that epidural, things are so smoothly. I slept before I gave birth. Like, girl, I needed that sleep because I was in excruciating pain all day. So once the epidural was put on, it was heaven. It was heaven. And even people say that when you push and you're still on the epidural, you still feel a pain. I felt nothing. I'm telling you, I felt nothing. I was in heaven. Like, I just felt pressure when I needed to push, and when I felt pressure, I'm like, okay, it's time to push, and I pushed. And I think I pushed for like 18 minutes, I believe my mom said. But in total, I was in labor for 18 hours. Someone also asked me, what day was my baby born, how old is he right now, and how much did he weigh and measure. So he was born on July 23rd of 2018. He measured 21 centimeters and weighed 7.6 pounds. And right now he's currently 7 months old. Another question I have is the baby daddy around? I'm like, y'all already know the answer. Nope. For those of you who know me, are my friends, know that me and my baby daddy split up while I was pregnant. There's little people passing by. I'm in my school parking lot, so. But those of you who know me know that me and my baby daddy split up when we were pregnant. When I was pregnant, you know, he just didn't feel like being with me no more, so he chose his path. I don't know if I want to talk about him a lot in my channel, just because I don't want to bash on him. He had his choices. He made his choices. He's not involved. Okay, life goes on, right? So I'm just doing me. I'm working for my baby. I'm studying for my baby so I could have a good job once I finish school in 2.5 months. I'm studying to get my real estate license, so that way I can sell houses and make that moolah, that money. So, cause y'all, it's not easy being a single mom with no child support and paying everything out of your pocket. My parents help me immensely, like they help me with everything that they can. When I can afford something, I ask them, and they're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and help you. Like, I can't stress enough how much my parents have helped me and are so supportive, and how much they love my baby. Like, I'm so happy about that. But yeah, the baby daddy isn't around. I don't get child support from him just because I feel like he has his own needs, and he could spend that money whatever way he wants. He could go ahead and live his life whatever way he wants. But yeah, I just don't see the need of doing child support right now. Like, sometimes I really want to, because I'm broke and I just don't have enough for my bills and for the baby, and I'm just like, man, I really need the help right now. But like, I'm like, no, Jelly, you could do this on your own. Like, you don't need no man to be putting child support on you, so you could rely on that. So I'm like trying to not do that until like I know how to provide for myself. Maybe in the future I'll do that, but as of right now, I'm not doing any child support, or I'm not getting any help from the baby daddy or whatsoever. He's just not involved at all. Like, that's his way, that's what he chose. It's fine, he made his choices. We don't need to be haters around here, but I just, maybe in the future I'll say the whole story about what happened, but as of right now, I just want to say we're not together, he's not involved, which is okay. He made his choices, we're just not going to bash around here, and I just don't want to make him look bad, which what he did was pretty bad, but I just want to make him look bad. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning into my first video, Teen Mom Q&A. I am so happy you guys tuned in. I do not know how my editing skills will be. Like, I'm so nervous about editing, but if y'all made it through here, thank you so much. You guys do not know how much time I've put into this video. It has been a long time waiting and coming to be putting this video out there, so I'm really happy you guys all tuned in. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of video you guys want in the future. What else you guys what else you guys want to see from me? Do you guys want to see story times, makeup tutorials, or get ready with me, any baby updates, anything, just anything you guys want to see from me, just leave it down in the comments below. Please push the subscribe button and the little bell notification so you guys are updated whenever I upload a new video. And thank you so much for watching my first video. I can't believe you guys all stay tuned till the very end. So just make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and turn your bell notification post on. Bye!